Welcome. Today we're going to share some really unsettling stories.
Yeah.
Moments where things just shift from normal to terrifying fast. We've gathered these accounts from a YouTube channel, one that focuses on, true horror stories. And what we want to do is really unpack them. Look at how something routine, like a delivery or walking the dog, suddenly becomes, dangerous.
And these personal stories, they give us a really unique look into those deep primal fears. They show how vulnerable we can be, even when we don't think we are, how quickly the familiar can just become threatening.
Okay, so let's get into the first one. Picture this. It's late, maybe 1:0 a.m. Our narrator is doing a DoorDash run. They get an order from a gas station groceries. But it's just one item. A single, large, cheap bottle of wine. A little odd maybe, but okay. The drive takes them about, say, 15 minutes out, deep into these wooded areas. The road turns rough, like a really rugged driveway. And it leads to this old, isolated house. No lights on anywhere, just darkness, except for the car's headlights. The driver gets out. It's dead quiet. Every little sound echoes. There's no doorbell, so they knock. And the knock just sounds hollow, like the house is empty. It's unsettling, but they wait. After maybe a minute, the door creaks open. And inside, pitch black, absolutely dark. They can just barely make out a figure. A tall, thin man, his face completely hidden in the shadows. His voice, when he speaks, is described as slow and gravelly. The driver says, DoorDash just need to see your ID for the wine. Man nods, maybe smiles, hard to tell. He tells the driver to wait right there, leaves the door wide open, just vanishes back into the pitch black hallway, deeper into the house.
Okay, so right there at that moment, him disappearing into total darkness, leaving the door open, that's hitting a nerve. It's playing directly on our primal fear response. When you take away sight in such an isolated place, your brain's threat detection, the amygdala, it goes into overdrive. That lack of information, the unknown in the dark, forces the brain to imagine the worst. Fight or flight kicks in, even with no obvious attack yet.
Yeah, you can feel the driver's anxiety building just hearing about it. So while they're waiting, nervously looking around, they see something. Out in the woods, maybe 50 feet away. A light. But it's not steady. It's swaying slightly. Like someone's standing still, holding a flashlight, pointing it right at them. A real chill goes down their spine. And then, from inside the dark house, a sound. A quiet creaking. Like floorboards. Someone moving carefully, slowly, back towards the open doorway. That was it. The driver didn't wait. They bolted, ran straight off the porch back to their car. As they ran, they noticed the light in the woods moved too, but they didn't look back, just got in and floored it. They made it back to the gas station, completely shaken. The whole thing felt wrong, so they did some digging later. And this is the really chilling part, is they found that the house had been abandoned. For over 50 years, the land was supposed to be empty. So, what does that mean? Someone was definitely in that abandoned house, pretending. And maybe had someone else waiting in the woods.
It strongly suggests what criminologists sometimes call predatory targeting. They use these seemingly normal situations, like a delivery, and isolated spots. It lowers your guard initially. The routine nature masks the setup, the trap. This driver was incredibly lucky they trusted that gut feeling and got out. It sounds like they narrowly avoided something truly awful.
It's terrifying how close that call was. Okay, let's shift to the next story. This one involves someone dog-sitting for their brother. It's at a cabin, pretty remote, deep in the woods. The first day seems fine, nice sunset, campfire, all that. But as soon as it gets dark, the vibe changes completely. The woods feel extremely creepy, the quiet is eerie. The narrator felt so uneasy they just went inside early. The first real sign something's off. They wake up, and the dog Cooper, a young German Shepherd mix, isn't sleeping nearby. He's sitting by the front door, bolt upright, head forward facing, just staring intently. He barely glances at the narrator when they get up, just turns right back to stare at the door. They check outside, see nothing, figured maybe it's just an animal. But the second night, things really escalate. Cooper starts barking loudly from the kitchen. Deep barks at nothing visible. Then it turns into this low, deep growl, persistent. The narrator looks, sees nothing. There's just a high kitchen window the dog can't even see out of.
This is where the animal's senses become so critical. Dogs like Cooper, their hearing, their sense of smell, it's leagues beyond ours. They can pick up on things we completely miss. Sounds, maybe even presences. It's not just random barking. It's often a reaction to a real stimulus we can't perceive, like that hollow tapping sound from the kitchen window that apparently happened next. It validates Cooper's reaction. He's acting as an early warning system.
Right, that tapping sound. The narrator hears it after Cooper starts growling. Now they're freaked out too. They don't even try to quiet the dog. They decide to move into the bedroom, maybe feel safer there. They settle down. Cooper stays alert, ears up, all night. Then around 11 p.m., lights are off. Suddenly, a few distinct thumps against the bedroom wall. Cooper erupts, barking again. The narrator jumps up, looks around out. Cooper's not in the room. And the bedroom door. They'd closed it. Now it's wide open. They hear Cooper's barks moving away through the cabin, then out the front door, into the woods. He's chasing something. His barks are fading into the distance. The narrator grabs the flashlight, runs out after him. Deep in the woods now, pitch black except for the flashlight beam. And suddenly, the barking stops. Complete silence. It's terrifying. After what feels like forever, maybe 5 minutes, they hear rustling. And Cooper comes running back. But he's different. Tail tucked in, shaking, whimpering. He looks absolutely terrified, staring back into the darkness he just came out of. They scooped him up, ran back to the cabin, locked everything, called 911. I ended up spending the night in the hotel. I just couldn't stay there.
Yeah.
The realization later was chilling. Someone was likely watching the cabin, maybe for days. They probably broke in that night, maybe got into the bedroom. And Cooper chased him out. That dog very likely saved the narrator's life.
It's incredible. And the impact goes beyond just the fear of the moment. Cooper was apparently terrified for weeks after. It shows the deep trauma animals can experience. And for the narrator, it creates this profound bond, this understanding of how much they relied on Cooper's instincts and bravery. It's powerful.
It really is a testament to that connection. Okay, our last story for today. This one is about a late night drive. Imagine driving home, really late, almost midnight, exhausted. You're on these empty rural back roads. After driving for maybe 40 minutes, they pass a pickup truck. Pulled over on the shoulder, no lights on, nobody around. Bit weird, maybe it broke down. But then just 2 minutes later, they pass another car, also pulled over, abandoned. And it looks almost identical to the first one. Now it feels stranger, like more than a coincidence. A few more minutes go by. Suddenly, something is right there in the headlights. On the road surface, no time to react properly, they hit it. Direct hit with the right front tire. And immediately they feel it go flat. They have to pull over. Now they're stranded, middle of nowhere, long empty road, just trees all around. That creepy being out there alone feeling hits hard and fast, and just as that feeling sinks in, they see it, way down the road, a figure, someone walking towards them. It's dark, hard to see details, but the person is deliberately staying right at the edge of the woods, hugging the tree line. Almost like they're trying not to be easily seen. The driver quickly jumps back in the car, locks the door, starts calling for a tow truck. As they're on the phone, the person gets closer. Then they leave the tree line and walk straight towards the car, right up to the driver's side window. The narrator said they didn't say anything, but they were noticeably jittery and, I don't know, unstable, I guess, just standing there. And then their eyes meet. The look on this person's face, their gaze, is described as incredibly disturbing. Instantly, every alarm bell goes off. Get out now.
This is such a clear example of what psychologists call System 1 thinking. That fast, intuitive, gut-level response. There's no overt threat yet, no weapon, no verbal aggression. But the context, the isolation, the weird behavior, the jitteriness, that look, it all combines to scream danger. It really highlights how crucial it is to trust that instinct, that primal warning system, especially when you're isolated and vulnerable. Your subconscious often picks up on danger cues before your logical brain can even process them fully.
And they absolutely trusted it. Didn't hesitate. Put the car in drive, flat tire and all, and just drove away, even risking damaging the wheel more. They only got about 20 seconds down the road, and they passed another car. This one was different, though. Its door was slightly open, and the interior lights were on. It was obvious that's where the jittery person had come from. Now, here's the truly terrifying follow-up. 4 days later, news breaks. 2 people have gone missing. Along that exact stretch of road, on the very same night, the narrator had their encounter. And the 2 abandoned cars the narrator passed earlier, they belonged to the missing people. Both cars had tire damage, suggesting they were deliberately disabled, like someone laid a trap. The police found no leads, no suspects, nothing. The driver realizes just how close they came to being the 3rd missing person that night. It's chilling. So wrapping up these stories, you see this common, really harrowing thread, don't you? This vulnerability we hear in isolated places. How quickly something totally normal at delivery, staying in a cabin, driving home, can just flip into a fight for survival. It really makes you think about instinct.
Absolutely. These accounts aren't just scary stories. They underscore the reality of hidden threats and, just as importantly, our own capacity and sometimes our animals' capacity for rapid danger assessment. It's a stark reminder about situational awareness, about trusting that gut feeling, noticing when something feels off, because sometimes that subtle feeling, that quick judgment is everything. It's what gets you home safe.
It really is a powerful reminder to stay aware, stay vigilant, and listen to your instincts. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into these unsettling encounters. We hope it gives you something to think about, maybe consider what you might do. Stay safe out there. Please remember to hit like, share this with others, and subscribe to our channel, Horror Docs, for more true stories like these.